Cool guys, so welcome back to another movie review. Today I'm very excited to be talking about Captain Marvel. So before going into this review at all, I just wanted to reassure you guys that there will be absolutely no spoilers in this movie review. I'm not going to say anything that could possibly spoil this experience for you at all. So please stick around for it. I promise not to spoil anything. Trust me, I hate it when people spoil stuff for me, so I really try my absolute best not to spoil it for other people. Cool. So pretty much a very basic synopsis of what this movie is Carol Danvers, played by Brie Larson. She can't remember what happened to her. A whole lot of events have happened prior to where we found her at the beginning of the movie. And pretty much the whole film is her trying to discover what her past was and what her past is, and her role in this intergalactic war. And that is all I'm going to say about the story. So I won't lie, this movie was good. I really had a good time on it. Captain Marvel is the 21st addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is quite insane actually. And it was an origin story, which we haven't really seen in a while, since Doctor Strange, I think. So it had a lot of hype to live up to, it had a lot of expectations to live up to. It was also the MCU's first female-led debut, so it had a lot of hype and a lot of expectations and a lot of pressure, I would say. And there's also been that huge backlash regarding Brie Larson and some comments she made that have been taken completely out of context, and it's created a lot of negative buzz around this movie. Anyway, we're not going to go into that. I don't want to really talk about that. I really did have a good time in this movie. We get to see Samuel L. Jackson back as Nick Fury, which is incredible. The technology, guys, is insane. The way they made him look young was incredible. It reminded me so much of how he was in Pulp Fiction in a way, and the way he looked in there, just minus the afro. But the technology that they used to make Agent Coulson and Nick Fury look young was incredible. Really insane stuff. It's actually into that stage now where you can't even actually notice it properly. It's really that good. So Brie Larson as Carol Danvers, I think, I will be honest, the marketing did not do this movie much help. The marketing of this film made Captain Marvel look quite bland and quite generic, I would say. Correct me if I'm wrong, and you can voice your guys' opinions about that, but I just thought the marketing for this film was quite weak from the start compared to some of the other Marvel Cinematic Universe films. That being said, I think Brie Larson does a good job in this movie. She captures the heart, I guess, of what I think Captain Marvel is. There were sort of humor moments that didn't work for me with her character, and I don't think it's a reflection of her portrayal of the character. I just think it was either from the script side or the editing side. There's some editing moments in this movie that didn't quite hit it for me. Just random cuts and the way scenes were edited, it just felt a bit weird for me. And then also some of the jokes didn't land for me, which is the case for quite a lot of these Marvel movies recently actually. Some of the jokes are just landing completely flat, and there were a few that landed flat in this movie. But again, I don't think it was because of Brie Larson. I just think it was because of the script that she was following. Samuel L. Jackson back as Nick Fury was absolutely great to see. I guess it was kind of cool to see his sort of origin of the Nick Fury we see in Avengers and the films to follow. So it was cool seeing his character and how he sort of developed, or how he got to where he is today in the MCU. That was really, really cool to see. There were a few things regarding his character that I guess they've kind of made canon now that I didn't quite like, but they did it, so whatever. It didn't really affect my whole view of the movie. It was great seeing characters from other parts of the MCU come back as well, including Ronan the Accuser, who was in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's back in this movie. If you have seen any of the marketing material, you all know that, so it's not a spoiler. It was cool seeing him again, and it was cool just seeing how this movie, I guess, ties into the overall story of what the MCU is currently. There's a lot of little callbacks and Easter eggs and little plot points that kind of tie into the overall story, which is cool to see. Some of them were a bit too obvious and a bit too like, hey, here's this, let's shove it in your face, which also Marvel has been doing a lot recently, which I am getting a little bit over. I would prefer if they kind of put more subtle little hints and Easter eggs, kind of like what they did with the first Iron Man with Captain America's shield. Like, that wasn't in your face, it was in the background, but it was something we noticed, you know. But yeah, so there's some like very obvious like, look here, this is like a tie into that movie or to that event or to that thing that someone said in one of the other movies. Which again, it doesn't like necessarily take away from the movie, but it does like, it distracts me sometimes, I guess, kind of. I don't know if that makes sense, but hey, that's what it is. Goose the cat in this movie is dope. Love the cat. Ben Mendelsohn is also in this movie, and I'm not going to say who he's playing if you guys didn't know beforehand, but he was incredible in this movie. Absolutely incredible. He stole nearly all the scenes that he was in for me personally. Just he's so good at portraying like every single character that he ever gets given. I loved him in Ready Player One. I loved him in Star Wars Rogue One. He was one of the best parts of Star Wars Rogue One, in my opinion. And yeah, so he was great in this movie. I was pleasantly surprised at how good he was in this movie as well. Very good addition to the MCU. Cool, guys, and if enough of you guys want a spoiler review, I'll definitely consider doing one. But for now, let me know your expectations of Captain Marvel. Let me know what you are excited for. Let me know what you are hoping for in the movie. Please keep every spoiler possible away from the comments. I will be constantly going through them just to make sure that there are no spoilers there, and I will remove them if that is the case. But yeah, I would love to know how hyped you are for this movie. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And remember also just to like this video, press the little bell icon to be notified every single time I post a movie review. And then also, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you guys here going forward. And I'd also love to have you around for the movie reviews that I'll continue doing into the future. I think that's all I wanted to say about Captain Marvel. Oh, and also, stay after the credits. 2 pretty good after credit scenes. Okay, bye. Guys, why are you still watching? I'm trying to read here. Jesus.